From a creative perspective, I've been very interested in how Facebook can benefit the media and entertainment industry. So let me take you through some categories. Excuse me, we're going to go back to the first one, the news category. So when we launched in September, we launched Timeline and Open Graph, two big developments for Facebook. What the Open Graph application did, it is allowing users to seamlessly share with others. What we were seeing is that people wanted to share news stories, music, films, books, any type of media with their friends and family, and they were doing it by the millions. There are over 100 billion friend connections on Facebook as of December. So the first area we focused was news. In the US, the Washington Post was our first social reader that we launched in September. Within 8 weeks, there were more people reading stories via the Washington Post social reader on Facebook than they were actually that have subscribed to the newspaper in print. And I'm going to explain in a little bit why we think this is happening. Let's turn to gaming. You might be familiar with the story of Zynga, a startup in the US. 5 years ago, no one ever even heard of Zynga. Today, more people are playing Zynga games than own the Xbox, Sony PlayStation, and Nintendo combined. It is a powerhouse that built itself right on top of Facebook. Here in India, if you look at what's happening with Ra1, same exact principle, building on top of Facebook, enabling social gaming and easily sharing with friends. So we're seeing these trends happen. They start in the US when we launch, but they're starting to roll out globally, and India is really leading the charge in many of these areas. The biggest aha moment that I've had at Facebook is when I've spent time with our anthropologist, Paul Adams, who recently wrote a book. And what he explained as he studied human behavior since the dawn of mankind is that actually not a lot of new things are happening. It's happening at a scale with technology that we've never seen before. But we've lived in communities, on average, villages were about 130 to 150 people. There are still villages today in India, in Africa, around that size. Communities, neighborhoods around the world around that size. The average number of Facebook friends, 130 to 150. People live in networks, often 4 to 6 networks. I might have my personal network, my family, my friends from college, my business associates, maybe my clients, maybe a hobby. 4 to 6 networks, standard since the dawn of mankind is how people have thought about it. And finally, we have always sought the recommendations from friends. In the early days, it might have been about survival and how to take care of the family. Today, in some families and in some people's lives, it might be about a restaurant recommendation, or if I'm traveling, where should I stay? We have always sought the recommendation from friends and asked for their feedback, and now we're able to do it at a scale we've never done before.